to Chapter 2, Lesson 3, Part 3. We're going to be on page 123, doing example 3. 18 is 25% of what number? So 18 and the 25 are the same. 18 is 25%. Okay, so you turn the 25% into a fraction. So the 18 equals the 25. What we don't know is of what number. So that's the question mark. That's the thing we don't know. Here it said of, and it gave the number. So 40% of 120. But here we don't know of what number. We know that 18 is the fraction, the numerator. But we don't know what's the total. Out of what? 18 out of what? So they're letting W represent the question mark here, the variable, the thing we don't know, W for the whole. So 18 of what number? Okay, and, I would think, okay, well, 25%, that's 1/4. So 18 is 1/4 of something. That's the ratio. So what they're doing here is cross-multiplying. So 18 times 100 equals W times 25. 18 times 100 is just 18 with 2 zeros. And then 25 times W, that's the thing we don't know. And then to get rid of the W, or you want to keep the W and get rid of the 25. W always wants to be alone. It wants to be alone. Okay, it doesn't want this 25 sticking onto it. It's like, get off me. So get rid of the 25 by dividing. Okay, 25 divided by 25 is 1, so now W is by itself. Now we have to divide 1,800 by 25, and we would do that by doing long division, right? You'd have to do divided by 25, and it would go into, let's see, 6 times. Yeah, this would be 150. We'd subtract and get third, bring down the 0, and it would go, 25 would go into 300. Oh, you know what? It should be 7 times, because it could go higher. It's too big. 7 times, right? So it'd be 175, which would leave us 5. Bring down the 0, 2 times, 72 times. Okay, so it means 18 out of 72 equals 25%. So they're equivalent fractions. Okay, so it's the number, it's the whole that we don't know. So 40%, so change it to a fraction, of what number is 26? So the 40%, the 26 is what we do know. Of what number? We don't know the denominator. 26 out of what? Okay. And for me, just to make this a little bit shorter of a problem, instead of writing 40 out of 100, I would probably just change that to simplest form and have 4 out of 10. Or even more, that's not even simplest form. 2 out of 5, right? That way my multiplication's not going to end up being so big. Okay. 5 times 26. Three, carry the 3. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 3 is 130. And now I have 130 equals 2 question mark. I always like to use a question mark. Okay, divide by 2 to get the question mark alone. So 130 divided by 2, which, let's see, 100 divided by 2 is 50. 30 divided by 2 is 15, so 65. 65. So 40 is 26. 26 is 40% of 65. 65. Question mark equals 65. Okay, so try this one. 84 is 75% of what number? So 84 is the same as the 75, right? It's the part, and what we don't know is the whole. Okay, and again, to make this a little simpler, I would just change this to the simplest form. We know it's 3/4. 75% is 3/4. 84 and W. I'd even simplify. Divide by 4 is 1. Divide by 4 is 21. Okay, now it's easy. 3 times 21, 63. Oops, sorry, that was the wrong math logic. Whoops, my bad. It's not 3 times 21. It's cross. We got to do the cross. So that was my mistake. So 21 equals 3W. And obviously, divide by 3, divide by 3. 21 divided by 3 is 7. So 7 equals W. Okay, so we'll practice this more in class. Let's look over to our lovely word problem over here. The average adult male western lowland gorilla eats about 33.5 pounds of fruit each day. How much food does the average adult male gorilla eat each day? So it doesn't just eat fruit, it also eats seeds, leaves, stems, pits, insects, and larvae, and these each have a percent. So we know that the fruit, this is what they're talking, fruit is 65%. Okay, so excuse me, 67%. So 67%. And we know that the fruit is the same as the 67 part. But what we don't know is the total fruit, the 100%. That's what we're missing. Okay, so they did the cross multiply. W times 67, 33 times 100, which is 33.5, so it's 3350. 67W. W wants to be alone, so you divide by 67. 67 divided by 67. And then you have to do the same on both sides. So 3,350 divided by 67. And we'd have to do long division to figure that out, but they've already told us it was 50. So the average male adult eats 50 pounds of food each day. So that's the whole. Okay, for our drawing today, so we've been doing such hard multiplying work, I have a little mermaid to draw. She's got like a nice hair. This kind of situation coming up here. And we need her to have like, a tail. And some little arms. Maybe some scales for her mermaid. And fins. Fill in that hair a little bit. Make her hair a little fuller. There we go. All right, I'll see you in class.